week 6 of the fantasy baseball season, and here's a few pitchers I would look to sell high and trade away this week. The first guy's John Means of the Baltimore Orioles. So what a season it's been here for John Means, and he's the number one pitcher, I believe, in all of fantasy baseball this season here. So 52 innings pitched, 4-0 record, 27 hits, 7 earned runs, giving up 5 home runs, 10 walks, 53 strikeouts, an amazing 1.21 ERA, and an 0.71 whip with 6 quality starts. So John Means, he threw a no-hitter May 5th at Seattle, and his stock was already up there before throwing the no-hitter in that ball game. And right now, he's a pitcher that he's one of the best in the league, like I said, and he's been pitching lights out for this Baltimore team. And last night, they just couldn't hold the lead for him, and he had a no decision in that one. But right now, with a guy up there in the rankings, I think you could get a nice bat or two for him in a deal. In the last 3 outings for Means, April 30th at Oakland, 7 innings, got the win, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 homers given up, a walk, 9 strikeouts, a 2.57 ERA, and an 0.57 whip with a quality start. Then May 5th at Seattle, the no-hitter in that one for Means, 12 strikeouts, and the quality start, obviously. And then yesterday at the New York Mets, after the no-hitter usually, pitchers, they have bad ball games, but Means, he only went 6 innings compared to what he was doing earlier starts in the year. 6 hits, giving up 3 strikeouts, no runs, a 1 whip, and 1 quality start. So right now, Means, he's been lights out this season for Baltimore. But while his value's way up there for a guy you probably drafted in the later rounds of your fantasy leagues this season, he's a guy I definitely would go out there and try to trade away and get a huge return for him right now. Second pitcher I look to sell high this week's Kevin Gossman of the San Francisco Giants. And Gossman, he has a resurgence the last few seasons here with the Giants, a former top prospect in that Baltimore Oriole farm system. So on the season, 45 and 2/3, 3-0 record, 28 hits, 10 earned runs, 4 home runs given up, 12 walks, 47 strikeouts, a 1.97 ERA, and an 0.88 whip with 6 quality starts. So Gossman, he's found new life, like I mentioned here, in San Francisco. But I just don't see it keeping up right now. I know it's been 6 or 7 starts for him on the season, and he's looked well. But last season, he was in the mid-3s at the ERA. And I think when it's all said and done and the weather gets warmer, that ERA is going to climb back up. So right now, while he's at a 1.97 ERA, and on a Giant team that's not going to get that many wins with the Dodgers and San Diego in that division, he's definitely a classic sell-high candidate. And the last 2 outings for Gossman, May 2nd at the San Diego, 6 innings, got the win in that one, 6 hits, 1 earned run, a homer, giving up a walk, 6 strikeouts, a 1.50 ERA, and a 1.17 whip in a quality start. And then May 8th versus San Diego, so far he's got their number, surprisingly in my opinion. 6 innings, got the win, 3 hits, 1 earned run, a walk, 7 strikeouts, a 1.50 ERA, and an 0.67 whip with the quality start. So Gossman, he's pitching lights out, no doubt about it. But I just don't think he's going to keep it up. And right now, while his value is most likely at its peak, I would definitely go out there and look to trade him for a good bat or even maybe 2 decent starting pitchers. The next pitcher is Kyle Gibson of the Texas Rangers. So Gibson, it's been a good season here on a struggling ball club like the Texas Rangers. But Gibson, a big surprise in my opinion, he's been this year. 47 in the 3rd inning, 3-0 record, 34 hits, 12 earned runs, 3 homers, 15 walks, 41 strikeouts, a 2.28 ERA, and a 1.04 whip with 7 quality starts. So he's up there in the league with quality starts so far this season. And hey, it's good to see Gibson go out there and pitch well for a Texas team that didn't have many high hopes coming into the season here. But he's going out there. He's competing every 5th day at the starting rotation. But right now, it just seems to me the pitchers ahead of the hitters. A lot of bad hitting going around in the major leagues. And right now, when the weather gets warmer, I think the hitters are going to catch up. And some of these guys who are overperforming, they're going to come back down to earth. So right now, Gibson, he's a player I would definitely look to sell high as well. I don't think he's going to keep up this 2 ERA, especially in a tough AL West where you got some good hitting ball clubs out there. I know the Angels can't pitch, but they still can hit the baseball. Oakland, they're pretty decent and hard-nosed offense as well in the division. And you still got the Houston Astros that have big boppers that could break out any time. So Gibson, he's definitely a sell-high candidate, but the last 2 starts for him, May 4th at Minnesota, his former team, 8 innings, no decision, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 homers, 2 walks, 8 Ks, 3.38 ERA, and a 0.63 whip with a quality start. And then May 10th at San Francisco, 6 innings, no decision once again, 4 hits, 1 earned run, a homer, giving up 2 walks, 6 Ks, a 1.50 ERA, and a 1 whip with a quality start. So Gibson, he's been pitching good, but this Texas team, like I mentioned, they just can't score runs for him right now. And he's only got 3 wins with 7 quality starts this season, and he's a definite sell-high candidate. The next pitcher is Yusuke Yona of the Atlanta Braves. So Yona, he's been a great surprise this season for the Braves here, and he's pitching real well, no doubt about it. So if you got him on the waiver wire in the first couple weeks of the season, good for you, because right now you're finding a guy who pitched like an ace so far this season, 40 innings pitched, 4-1 record, 27 hits, 10 earned runs, 6 homers given up, 9 walks, 44 strikeouts, a 2.23 ERA, 0.89 whip with 4 quality starts. So Yona, he's on a good Atlanta Brave team, even though so far they're a little bit underperforming, but I think it's early in the season. They're another team, they've dealt with some COVID issues and some guys banged up, and I think they'll bounce back. But Yona, he's been a great surprise, no doubt about it this season, but I don't know if he's going to hold up as well with the league seeing him for the first time really this season. So the last few games for Yona, April 28th versus Chicago, 5 1/3, got the win in that one, 4 hits, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts, no ERA, a 1.13 whip. May 4th at Washington, 7 innings, got the win, 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, no ERA again, 0.86 whip and a quality start. And then May 9th versus Philly, 6 innings, got the win, 4 hits, earned run, a homer, a walk, 6 strikeouts, a 1.5 ERA, 0.83 whip and a quality start. So Yona right now, he's going out there every 5th day, and he's dominating here for the Atlanta Braves and pitching well. But right now, I just think it's a little bit of beginner's luck as well around the league for the first time really seeing him, because last season he only pitched 21 innings. That's not much of a sample size, in my opinion, for hitters to know what they're seeing. And right here in the first 40 innings of the season, he's mowing teams down and getting victories. But right now, if I could get a good bat for him while he's playing well, this is definitely the time to get it done. 5th and final pitcher, I look to sell high and trade away this week. It's Adam Duvall of the Cleveland Indians. So Duvall, the newest big pitcher here in Cleveland. And it seems like each and every season there's a guy that emerges here in this Cleveland Indian pitching staff. And this season it's Duvall. So far in the season, 46 1/3 inning, 5-0 record, 34 hits, 15 earned runs, 5 homers, 14 walks, 33 strikeouts, a 2.91 ERA, 1.04 whip, and 4 quality starts. So last season, Duvall, his numbers weren't great at all. He was hitting a 5 ERA pretty much. But so far this season, it's clicked for him. But right now, he's a classic sell-high candidate, in my opinion. The last 2 out of 3 outings, he's had easy pitching matchups versus pretty weak hitting ball clubs. And right now, this Indian team, they're not going to contend, in my opinion, when it's all said and done this season. And like I said, the pitchers are ahead of the hitters. And right now, while Duvall's 5-0, he's definitely a guy you could sell high this week and get a decent bat or maybe a good pitcher or two for him. So the last couple games for him, April 27th, 7 2/3, got the win in that one, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, a homer, no walks, 4 strikeouts, a 4.70 ERA, and a 1.04 whip. May 3rd at Kansas City, 5 2/3 in that one, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, a homer, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, a 4.76 ERA, and a 1.76 whip in that one. And then May 8th versus the Cincinnati Reds, 7 innings, got the win, 5 hits, an earned run, 2 walks, a 1.29 ERA, a 1 whip, and 1 quality start. So Duvall, his next outing is versus a pretty other weak hitting team at Seattle on May 14th. But right now, Duvall, I know he's 5-0. I know he's up there in the rankings a pitcher, but he's only had 1 quality start in his last 4 outings. So right now, I'm just not buying into him. And if I could get something decent for him, this is the week to sell him high because I just don't think he's going to sustain this. And he's been a lucky winner as well with this Indian team scoring the last 3 outings for Duvall, 24 runs. So he's getting a lot of run support. And like I said, he's not really getting quality starts. So he's a pitcher I will look to sell high off that 5-0 record. So that's a few pitchers I would look to sell high and trade away here in week 6 of the fantasy baseball season.